Hello, my name is Tuff Everett, and today I'm here in the beautiful city of Kaufman, Texas, to interview people who are participating here in the No Kings protest. I'm not really sure what they're protesting, but that's why we're here to find out. Hello, I'm here today with...
Where are we going to be? Where is this going to air?
This is just for my person. I'm trying to get my foot in the door for interviews and whatnot.
Okay.
And I did this in school, but I want to actually use my knowledge or what I've learned in school to interview important stuff going on. This is obviously important. You're upholding your right to free protest. Okay. Right. My name is Tuff, sir.
Sonny Durban.
Nice to meet you. All right. So my first question for you today is, why are you here today?
I'm here to buck Trump.
All right. And I want to. My views are a little bit different than yours. I'm a conservative. I would like to know that, but I agree with a lot of stuff that y'all are protesting, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree with... Actually, wait. What is your opinion on the ICE raids and the mass deportations going on today?
I disagree with them.
Disagree with them?
Yes.
I do too. Strongly? I'm sure you can see my wife here is Mexican.
Yeah.
And I would also hate if she was deported.
Yes.
So, you hate them, right?
I hate them.
I do too. It makes two of us.
Okay.
My second question, do you know about everything going on in Palestine and Israel?
I do.
You do? What are your views on that?
I think I was just talking to my wife this morning, and I have always been pro-Israel, but I think they're turned the tables, and they're almost like Germany.
Yeah.
They're slaughtering the people down there in the Gaza Strip, and I think it's inhumane and criminal.
Criminal?
And I think Netanyahu should be put in prison or hung. That's what I think.
I would agree with you. Did you hear about what happened yesterday? Israel sending airstrikes to Iran?
Yes.
What are your views on that?
I think I'm kind of mixed because I think it's a good thing to keep the nuclear weapons down. But I don't know. It's a hard situation. I think the strategy is for them to knock out the regime in Iran, and the people will agree with the democracy. And I think a lot of them would, but I don't know. I thought history doesn't show that at all. I think that's Trump's strategy.
Right. I learned about this yesterday. She told me, because she's the one who looks all this stuff up. She keeps more up with it than I do. But apparently, previously to this, Trump gave Iran 60 days to not retaliate towards Israel in order to not, what's it called? What was it again? I'm sorry. She does know. She's nervous. Anyway, so basically gave him 60 days, like a limit to not fire back. And on the 60th day is when Israel sent those strikes. So don't you think that's a little bit unfair?
I think both sides were aware. I don't know what Iran's strategy was, but they don't seem to be as sharp as Israel. I don't know. That's something I can't answer.
That's fair. Anyways, I do agree with you, though. I was also pro-Israel at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then I saw what was going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this is wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. It's a shame.
Criminal. Yeah, they're killing innocent children, women, civilians. Not fair.
Yeah.
All right. And my very last question for you today, sir. Are you proud to be American?
Yes. Yes. I'm a veteran. I was just talking to some more veterans, and I told them I served in Vietnam during the Vietnam era, and I feel like I served for a free country, and we don't have that anymore. And I strongly disagree. I think the democracy is being assaulted, and I feel like it may be lost at this point. I don't even know. He set everything up where I don't know if we can even reverse it. We'll have to see. He doesn't respect the courts. He doesn't respect Congress and the Senate. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. It's pretty scary.
If you don't mind me asking, what branch did you serve in?
Air Force.
Air Force? Well, thank you for your service. I just enlisted in the Army. All right, you have a good day, sir.
You too.
Hello, I'm here with...
Shikania.
Shikania, nice to meet you. I'm just here to ask you a couple questions today. My number one is... Excuse me, I'm a little nervous. My first time doing this.
Oh, no, that's all right. You'll be fine.
Okay, so my first question is, what is your opinions on the deportations and, the ICE raids and everything like that?
Okay, as far as the deportations, I think that it's really important to remember that, one, this land was taken, and two, the way that this is going about has been extremely aggressive. They are separating children from their parents. There's been no order to it, and the immigration policy to begin with is already extremely difficult to get around. I know quite a few people who have emigrated from wherever they originally had come from, and the path to citizenship is expensive it takes years and years, and most people aren't able to do it. Even if they've come here and they've got no criminal history, they've got no issues, they're just here to work after a better life, and they haven't been able to do it. Yeah, the way that they've been going about it right now is horrible. The deportations have been awful. And the fact that people are being deported to random areas, places that aren't even from where they've been from. People cannot find their families, they can't find their parents, they can't find their friends. People that have been tantamount to the community and people that have been kind of making it so our economy even works. We've got quite a few people that are working in the farming industry, in the agriculture industry, in the housekeeping, hospitality, all of these things that keep America running, and they're being booted out.
All right. I'm sure, as you can see, my beautiful wife here, she is
Hi there.
She is Mexican, and she knows all about that, more than I do, because, I'm white, so. Her family has gone through the same things. Actually, some of her family is currently going through the same things, and I love her family like my family, especially because she's my wife, and I would hate to see them go. Now, I thank you for answering that question. Number 2 is, do you know about everything going on in Israel, Palestine, stuff like that? You do? Can I get your opinions on that?
Yes. Okay. So when it comes to Gaza, all right. So before I start on that, it's a bit difficult because the level of anti-Semitism in the country right now is at an all-time high.
I agree.
I think you can be pro-Palestine without being anti-Semitic. You have to be. There's a division between, or there should be a division between not liking what a specific country is doing, what Benjamin is doing right now as far as attacking Gaza, keeping them from having food, keeping them from having aid. The amount of people that have been shot while after having walked so many miles to get food is horrifying. And then the fact that he started another war with Iran is also horrifying. You can be very much against what he's doing and also not attack the Jewish community, especially the one here in America that aren't doing anything wrong and don't necessarily align with what their country's leader is doing. When it comes to there's so many conflicts right now. When it comes to the way that America's foreign policy has been going, there has not been any sort of concentration on making sure that the people that are being attacked are cared for. There has not been a concentration on getting them aid, getting them food, putting policies in place that helps us. Trump is very much aligned with Putin. Even occasionally he'll push back against, but for the most part, he has certain people that he wants to keep as an ally. And it doesn't matter what the different countries, what the people in the countries are going through, he's going to attack them anyway, or he's going to support the people that are attacking them. So our foreign policy is not in a good place. No. And our international aid, US aid has been completely deconstructed. So we're also not doing well on that either.
All right, I got one last final question for you. Are you proud to be American?
Yes, I am.
That makes 2 of us. All right. Thank you for your time today.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you.
Logan's going to play a song for us today.
It's called Liberation Day.
It's called Liberation Day.
It's Liberation Day, time to clean out the cabinet. S&P is down and that's not causing all the racket. Can't have much to say, cause we're not in their bracket. And that's okay, they can't learn simple mathematics. It's Liberation Day. Sucking Hoover tax, what's the price of breakfast? Keep them stupid and fat, you couldn't get more in Texas. Living day by day, paycheck to checking, accounting all of the times that you spent in recession. It's Liberation Day. Empire's falling, I'm getting scared. The calls from my phone got me sending some prayers. Pausing the flow so my people don't hate me. My plans were shot, we'll call it insider trading. It's Liberation Day.
Very beautiful song.
Appreciate it, man.
You right there yourself?
Yeah,
Good job, man.
appreciate it. Tough, right?
Yes, sir.
That's so sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Well, my name's Tough. Your name is?
Caitlin.
All right. Well, Kaylin, I have 3 questions for you today. All right. So my number 1 question, are you proud to be American?
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that because that makes 2 of us. All right. That was just an easy question. Number 2, I'm sure you've heard everything about Israel, Palestine, stuff like that. And I just want to know your opinions on that. If you want to.
Man, that's a tricky one. Because, see, I'm very central in my beliefs in general. So I'm very much a see things from both sides of the aisle type of person. So I can understand where Israel came from wanting to strike at Palestine first. Iran. Sorry, they got conflicts going on between both. So, but I can see where they want to because they're saying that they were hours away from weapons grade uranium. So I can see that. But they struck, and then Iran struck back. So I can see that. So I'm not going to say that one side is right and one side is wrong, but I'm going to say that I can definitely see the points from both sides of the aisle.
Sorry about that. My second question is, what is your opinions on the ICE raids, the mass deportations, the immigration laws, stuff like that?
I believe due process is important for every person within this country. The 5th and the 14th Amendment does state that. It does not state that it is only for citizens. Due process is important. I understand that throughout other presidencies, we have deported more people than Trump has, but we did not need masked men in streets to do it. Due process is important because if you don't give people the chance to prove that A, they're innocent, that B, they belong here, and you're just taking them off the streets and sending them, then that opens a door for tricky situations. Because what happens, this is going to be a personal bit, but I'm a trans person. So what happens whenever the rhetoric switches that trans people are inherently dangerous like it did in the 30s? And then we get taken off the streets. But I don't get the due process to prove that I've never hurt a single soul in my life and that I'm not a danger to society. Rather, I'm just a neighbor that has a different viewpoint and wants to live a life that makes me happy. So I can understand how due process is important for all people in this country. And if we let it slip for one, it's a slippery slope and it might slip for the others. And I just can't stand for that. The deportations part, I'm not anti-deportation, anti-immigration. I think that immigration into this country should be easier. The system is broken, definitely. I understand why we deport people. I do. But as I said before, I just don't think we should be doing the mass deportations, men in masks on the streets. And I understand why they're wearing the mask. But as I said before, we deported so many more people as conservatives and people like to point out under Biden and under Obama. But we didn't need this.
Well, I would say I do agree with you on that. The system should be a lot easier. I think everybody should have equal opportunity to come to America and be free of judgment, all that stuff.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Well, thank you for your interview today, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for coming to speak with us.
No problem. Hello. Today I'm here with
Jason, Galloway.
Nice to meet you, Jason.
Nice to meet you.
I have 3 questions for you today. I want to say that I'm not here to debate you or anything. I'm just here to learn about what y'all are here for, and all that fun stuff. So, with that being said, today, what are you here for?
I'm here to protest the rule of this regime and the fascist president that we have in place right now, and the terrible things that are happening in this country. It's a new world today, and I'm very unhappy with it.
I do agree. Also, I would like to say I do like your shield. Very nice touch. All right, my second question is, what is your opinion on the mass deportations, ICE raids, all that fun stuff? Not fun stuff, but you know what I mean. All that stuff going on, and especially right now.
It's it's in direct opposition to everything that the country was founded on. And it's really sick that someone, not just one man, but a lot of privileged, billionaires are basically able to rule the country by oligarchy right now, and that has to be challenged. And it's going to be a long 4 years, but you can't ever stop fighting it. You never know. Maybe we come out on top.
And my third question for you today, third question. You know about everything going on in Israel and Palestine, correct?
Yes.
Can I get your views on that?
Well, I believe that the Palestinians have just as much a right to exist right where they're at as we do standing here, and that Netanyahu is another fascist, that's leading a charge against people and costing lives and ruining people's lives. And it has to stop.
All right, and my last and final question for you today. Are you proud to be American?
Sure.
Hello, I'm here with
Victoria.
Victoria?
Yeah.
Victoria, nice to meet you today. Okay, so I have 4 questions for you today.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, why are you here today?
I'm here because I want everyone to see that we stand with the people in our community. I think that it's important that the people that are scared right now knows that there's people out there that don't necessarily look like them that stand with them.
Right.
And that basically, kind of a simplistic way of putting it, I suppose, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what it boils down to.
I would like to add that I do like your outfit today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, I just decided I was going to be medic today, so if anything happened, and I never thought anything was going to, but just on the off chance that there was anything, I wanted to make sure I was prepared for, bumps and bruises. Somebody got stabbed. I mean, that would be never expect that in Kaufman, Texas, but you want to be prepared, right? So
I thought you could expect that more in Dallas or something.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Dallas is compared to Mad Max for a reason. Anybody that spends up any kind of time up there knows that Dallas can get rowdy, but what are you gonna do?
That's why I came to this one today, because I drove quite a bit to be here. I was going to go to the one in Dallas, but I know how things get there. I'm not trying to put myself, or especially my wife, in danger.
Oh, absolutely.
So I know everybody here is more peaceful. I grew up here, actually, so I know this town's very peaceful. I'm sure you know everything going on in Israel, Palestine, stuff like that. What are your views on that? What do you think about how America is dealing with that?
So,
It's a difficult question.
it is. So, I think that there's a lot of people over there that didn't ask for it. And I think that there's a government over there that is doing everything it can to stay in power, and that's really what they're driving at right now. Is if they keep the conflict going, then they're going to keep getting elected. Nobody wants to change government in the middle of a conflict, and I think that there's a lot of innocent Israeli civilians and Palestinians on both sides that didn't want any part of what's going on. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I think the best solution for everybody is if they just stop shooting each other.
Yeah, that's the best solution for anything, especially any wars going on. I do have a question, just based off the outfit. Are you planning on enlisting in the military anytime soon?
No, actually, I am a little bit too old for that. I'm 37.
Are you actually?
Yes.
I would have never known that.
Yeah, no, this is all just for me. I figure if I am as the medic, there's going to be some people out there that are like, well, I'll shoot that person. Because, that's the thing that happens. People can be a little bit off in their head. And so I've got armor. It's just to keep me safe while I'm making sure everybody else stays safe.
That's exactly what I was telling her yesterday. I was like, all it takes is one sideways mind individual to ruin everything for everybody. But yeah, I'm the only reason I was asking because I just enlisted in the military myself. And there was a dude I was with in MEPS who was 57. So I guess there isn't really an age limit after all. I don't know. But I was just asking because if you were a veteran or planning to, I wanted to say I respect you.
No, I've worked with law enforcement. Interestingly enough, not in a law enforcement role, not a cop, but I work with them on their body cams and stuff. So I kind of see as much action as I want to there, safely from behind a desk.
Yeah. My dad was a cop for a very long time, so I respect that.
Yeah.
My fourth. Or my third and final question for you today. Are you proud to be American?
If you'd asked me yesterday, I think I'd have had a different answer. But seeing what I've seen out here today, I think yes.
All right, well, I respect that a lot. All right, thank you for the interview today. Have a good day. Stay cool.
You too.
Hello, today I'm here with?
Elvia.
Elvia, nice to meet you. So my first question for you today is, why are you here?
Because I'm standing up for my people and the injustice for immigrants. I feel like they deserve to be here. They've been here for plenty of years. They were legally here. They were giving a right to be here, and he's taking that away from them.
I would agree. I mean, as you can see, my wife here, she's Mexican. And her family has been through all sorts of stuff. I'm sure you can guess.
Yeah.
And I love her family just like they're like my own family. And I would hate to see them go.
Yeah.
Which leads into my second question. What is your opinion on everything going on in like LA, the protests there, ICE raids, mass deportation, immigration laws, the border, all that stuff?
Well, I think we have every right to stand for it. I don't agree with the violence, but I mean, sometimes you have to push, for change, and I stand with them.
I appreciate that answer. And my last and final question for you, are you proud to be American?
I am. I'm proud to be Mexican American. I was brought here, and I'm born and raised here. My husband is not, but it's really sad that he wasn't born here, but he is more American than I ever will be. My kids are American, so I'm just proud of my culture.
Well, you're here today in the beautiful state of Texas. You're just as American as anybody else. You belong here just like everybody else.
Thank you.
And I want to say I like your song a lot.
Thank you.
As a Christian myself.
Thank you.
Anyways, thank you for your interview today.
Thank you.
And stay cool and be safe.